Every time I talk to anyone off the internet about Bethesda games, I always seem to notice one of two things. Either the person A has played Skyrim and never touched Fallout, or B has played Fallout but never touched Skyrim. I imagine this isn't common, maybe because I refuse to believe that there are people in the world like this, but it seems to be more frequent in the conversations I've had. I had to make a video about the 5th time I heard someone be like this. If you are one of these people, let me start off by telling you that you are missing out on some pretty good game series. I would know because I was one of these guys in the A situation. Most of the people that I've interacted with are also in the A situation like I was. Elder Scrolls just seems easier to get into, it's less complex. I've always heard about Skyrim and Fallout back in my elementary days, and despite getting told about Fallout, I picked Skyrim instead, as it was easier for me to look more into a fantasy type game than it was to think about radiation and mutations and all that complex shit Fallout seemed to have. Fallout just seemed too complicated and too boring for my little 11-year-old brain. I have Rigo to thank me for bringing me out of this mindset and bringing me into Fallout back in 2016. I started off with Fallout 3 as that was the one he was playing and talking about, and I just so happened to have it free with Xbox Live Gold. So I thought, why not try the game? I tried the game, and despite being more capable of complex thought than I did when I was younger, I felt like the radiation and the empty feeling maps were just pushing me away. With barely making it out of Vault 101, I uninstalled the game. I later talked with Rigo about my frustrations with the game, and he told me more about the game and the main story, and told me that was a bummer that I skipped out on it. This conversation kind of gave me more insight on what the game had to offer, and I feel like if I had truly known what the game was capable of earlier, I wouldn't have uninstalled. So in this video, I plan to be the Rigo for anyone that I may be able to reach who is in my former situation. I think mostly people are in the A situation, and it feels like less people are aware or talk about Fallout, so that will be the focus of this video. Fallout and Skyrim aren't incredibly far apart when it comes to gameplay. You interact with the in-game environment and change it based on what you choose to do and say, explore the world including dungeons in Skyrim or vaults in Fallout, and participating in a world with perfectly incorporated politics that can lead to some pretty endless debates. The main thing that sets these games apart is the setting, and of course that affects some of the gameplay aspects as well. While you don't have dragon shouts, spells, and enchantments, the game offers hacking, cool guns, better dialogue options, and the karma system to make up for a lack of all those things. It's not as far off from Elder Scrolls as you may think it is. And while it may be moving into a more complex and different setting, once you can get past that wall of uncertainty about the game like I had, I know you'll like it about the same as you do as Elder Scrolls. Now, if I had to recommend a game to start off with in the series, it would have to be New Vegas or Fallout 3, as I personally feel these are two of the best games in the series. While Fallout New Vegas is the best game in the series hands down, I'd still say 3 is the best place to start because of its story. It's the first Fallout made by Bethesda and has more of a short, linear main storyline with some pretty interesting choices you can make along the way. My favorite part of Fallout 3 is the town of Megaton, which is named after the undetonated nuke sitting in the middle of the city. These people, for some fucking reason, decided to build their town next to the fucking undetonated nuke, then fucking lived there, ate there, slept there, and raised kids around it. Holy shit. If you look around enough, you will find a man who will offer you a deal to blow up the town for quite a bit of caps. You are met with the biggest choice in the game. You can blow up the town with profit as an incentive, since you're not very rich coming straight out of the vault. Or you can deny the man's offer and turn him into the sheriff. Whatever response you may choose, both of these decisions will come with repercussions. Blowing up the town is definitely the easier route, as doing the right thing is often harder in game, and even happens to be the truth in the real world. Your choice will also affect your karma, and would start to show how the in-game world would treat you based on your karma. The amount of cool little features in this game is honestly impressive for its time, and also, Liam Neeson is your dad.
You are quite the little explorer.
Enough said. However, while I'm recommending this Fallout to you, it may not be your favorite Fallout game. I recommend that you pick whatever Fallout would suit you the best. If you would like a linear, short, and simple story, and a more tamed out and guided experience, I would recommend Fallout 3. If you want a more comical Fallout with tons of content and endings, I would go with Fallout New Vegas. It is set in Vegas, and you can gamble and do all kinds of crazy shit. This one is my favorite, as well as popular opinion's favorite Fallout. I personally prefer this Fallout mainly because of the more well fleshed out karma system, which I explain more in my review. If you want a more simplistic Fallout with modern graphics and gunplay, and where your character talks instead of you having to actually read the dialogue and what you're gonna say, then I would pick Fallout 4. While this Fallout has cooler VATs and a better companion system, it is unfortunately missing karma in its entirety. I personally think this Fallout is kinda average, but still better than 76. We don't talk about that one. Whatever one you may pick, I would still be glad to see someone else pick up the series. You are truly missing out if you haven't played. Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas are both going for $20 with DLC right now, and Fallout 4 is going for $40 with DLC. This is cheaper than your average AAA game, so I'd recommend you buy it or even get it on discount. I trust some of you won't do that because some of y'all are cheap bastards, so I decided to offer some Steam keys in exchange that you'll play the game. Please save these keys for someone who hasn't played one of these games. Don't be snatching my shit if you already played it. I have provided one key for each of the Bethesda Fallouts, besides 76. These games are truly too good to miss, and I hope to have kindled someone's interest in the game. Anyways, thank you for watching my video. I hope to maybe reach someone in this video in the same way that Rigo had reached out to me. Please leave your thoughts in the comments down below, as I would like to see what you guys have to add to the conversation. I plan on making a review in Fallout 3 in the next week or two, so stay tuned for that. If you'd like to talk or hang out in my Discord, my server will be listed down below in the description. And thank you guys for watching this video. Peace guys, Waff out.